Hello there. Tonight's brush is my Fader Premium Boar. Brush is starting to break in really nice. And the soap tonight is Wild West Shaving Company's James and Artemus. Now, Wild West Shaving Company says this about this soap. This is, if I can find there it is. The fragrance is rose, bourbon, leather, vanilla, and steampunk. And what he means by that is this is a throw at the Wild Wild West. Russell says this on the page for this soap. Says, breaking a little from tradition of actual characters in the Wild West, one can hardly argue that the TV series Wild Wild West had a memorable impact on our lives and has painted a picture of imagination about adventure and danger in the age of crossover between the Old West and the Industrial Age. James and Artemus were the main characters in this steampunk classic. This tribute is at the request of the real James West, son of James West, who is an avid advocate for wet shaving and a prominent contributor among the halls of Badger and Blade. James, because of his name, also has a great love for this classic series and has imagined for us the scent of Wild Wild West. And this is a lovely leather scent. I know it's supposedly got rose and bourbon, and I can pick them up. There's a sweetness that's coming from the bourbon. I guarantee that's where that's coming from. And I get the floral of the rose on top of the leather, and it really, or with the leather on top of all of that, actually leather's more the base note in my opinion, but just lovely leather. I love leather scent, but the blend of the bourbon, the blend of the rose, just makes it really nice, and I'm going to really enjoy shaving with this soap. So let's move on down and we'll start loading up. I have been really enjoying breaking in this brush. A lot of guys, you know, they want to break that Boar in before they even use it. They do a lot of things like soap it up and let it set, and then rinse it out and try again, and get the thing wet for weeks, couple weeks, and let it dry, and wet and let it dry, and all kinds of things that people try to soften up a boar, to break in a boar before they use it, and that's fine. I'm not knocking that, but part of the fun of a Boar for me is that period of breaking it in, when you feel the brush go from a stiff, scritchy, scrubby mess of a knot, and it with each successive shave it mellows out into something absolutely lovely. Usually I've never had a bad boar, not even my cheap Vanderhagen boar was a good brush. But I don't know, it's almost like watching your children grow up, or watching children grow up. Maybe not your own, but it's wonderful. And let me put a little water in that. And for me, part of the enjoyment of a brush, that's a lovely lather. Beautiful. All right. Let me dry my hands. And let's go ahead and move on back up. But I've really loved this brush. I want to thank again the gentleman that gave it to me, because it's absolutely fantastic. And I've got a good 3 days at least of growth happening. Probably a bit more. That is lovely. The sin on the face, there's almost, I think it's a combination of the leather and the bourbon, but there's almost almost a cinnamon type note in the background when you put it on your face. That's not part of the scent. I don't think I read that. No, but it's just lovely. It changes in a unique way. At least it did just now, from when you smell it in the container, then after you put hot water to it and lather it. The leather is still there, but it's not as overpowering. The bourbon and the rose come out a lot more. And that spicy note, whatever causes it, is absolutely lovely. This is my Shumackers Best 5/8, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It has a conical edge on it. Lovely conical edge. Beautiful. I've been doing shaving videos and stuff like that, but I had a friend contact me earlier because I'm not on Facebook as much. No, it's not that there's anything wrong. I've been working on a project, building a guitar pedal board, and more than that, what I've been doing is woodshedding guitar and piano, really pushing myself and trying to learn. So all of my free time has been in music, and I haven't really come up for air. And I'm still in that, still working on that, because the more that that I play, it seems like the longer I play, the more the tendency is to stick with what you know and not try to branch out and try things new. And so I am doing my best to break out of that and try something different. Try something new, try to fire my imagination, that kind of thing. So, I'm not ignoring anybody, and I'm not upset with anybody, and I've not given up Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. I'm just absorbed in that. I've been a guitar player 30 years. I played piano 5 or 6. And it's a part of who I am, to be a musician. That's a gorgeous shave, which always is with Russell soap. Beautiful. This razor is, I won this on Straight Razor Place last year sometime. And it's a lovely shaver. That's gorgeous. It's cold water rinse. Beautiful. And I'm going to finish this off. I can't think of another aftershave that really fits with the theme that Russell has going. I'm going to finish with Stetson. Cooling moisture, to which I've added a boatload more menthol because that's just the way I roll. By the way, oh, that's good. This soap is the last of 4 soaps that Nathan Herrera sent to me for Christmas and my birthday as a gift. Thank you, Nathan. I have thoroughly enjoyed all 4 of them and will continue to enjoy them. They're just absolutely lovely. All right. God bless you. Thank you for coming along and joining me on my journey. Later.